Hey, friends. I hope your week's going well. And I hope you've been praying this week about your influence in the lives of those whom Jesus has placed you around. Last week I asked you to pray about your heart and your desire to be a part of His purpose, and also that He would show you those people whom He wants you to be an influence through the way you care for them, the way that you love them, the way that you model and live for Him around them. Those people are primarily going to come from the places that you live and work, study, and play. Sometimes it gets overwhelming to think about influencing the world, or all the people on campus, 28,000 students, faculty and staff, Fayetteville, Arkansas, the world. But what God has called you to do is to be an influence, a part of His purpose, in the places that you live and work, study, and play. I'd like you today to take some time thinking about where those places are, or even write down, where do you work? Where do you study? Where do you live? Where do you play? Your job, wherever it may be, your apartment complex, your residence hall, the major you're in, maybe even the building you're in, the lab you work in, and the places you go for recreation, the people you hang out with for leisure, the things you do on weekends. Where are those places where you study and work, live and play? Those are the places where God wants you to have an influence. And those are the places those specific individuals are most likely going to come from. And as you think about those places, begin thinking about specific people whom God brings across your path. Those whom you regularly interact with. Those who you have a lot in common with, where there's a common affinity. Those whom you seem to have a natural friendship with. Those who you're most often with. Those people from the places that you live and work and play and study are probably going to be the people whom God wants you to have influence in for His purpose and His kingdom. So this week, write down those places where you live and work and play and study. And begin to make a list of those people in those places with whom you have the most contact, with whom you have the closest relationships, with whom there seems to be a natural connection. Have a great week. I'll talk to you again.